Hello everyone, today we're doing a reading for the month of June and we have three piles to pick. So this is going to be a collective reading for anyone who gets into this video. If you feel called to watch this video, this is the reading for you for the month of June. We have 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3. Here we have the green glass. This is, by the way, beach glass, which I love. I think it's so beautiful. So this is the green, which is going to be for pile number 1 right here. All right. Then we have the yellow beach glass, which is going to be for pile number 2. You can choose whatever pile, and at the very bottom in the description box I will put the timestamp so you can go straight forward and directly to the pile you choose. So we have green for 1, yellow for 2, and then we have the blue, the beautiful blue glass. Look at that, how beautiful is it? The reflection of the light. It's almost unreal, right? So we have the blue, as some may call it, as Miranda Priestley will call it. We have cerulean blue. If you catch the joke, you remember that famous line, probably the best line in the whole movie. Right. So we have it here, and this is pile 3. So feel free to choose now which pile works for you, which one your intuition is guiding you to choose, and then just go down to the timestamps on the description box and pick the ones you want, and it will take you directly to the pile 1, 2, or 3. I'll see you there. Alright guys, so let's get started with the pile for number 1, the ones that chose the green glass. Alright, this is the reading for you. This is for the month of June. This is collective. For anyone who comes across this reading, this is for you. So the first thing we have here is the 7th of Cups. That's a nice card to have. Then we have the 3 of Hearts, the 4th of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. So let's go over these cards and let's talk about them, okay? Alright, so when we talk about the 7 of Cups, what this is telling me is you're probably beginning the month with a little bit of anxiety, with a little bit of worry, even fear, I would say. So there's a little bit of worry. It's almost like you're looking at all these things that you want to achieve. And remember, this root for anxiety is fear, right? And fear, what's the root of fear? Is the lack of love. So if and you loving something, and I'm not necessarily talking about a relationship, that could be, but there's something you're striving for, something you're looking after, something you're trying to achieve that hasn't quite happened for you yet. So the beginning of the month, you might be worried. I see worry. I see fear. I see a little bit of dread. Okay. And what we need to do in this situation is to kind of name and define our fears. All right. So this is a good card to start working. Okay. Feel the fear. All right. It's okay to feel the fear. But once you feel it, you can start naming it and understanding it. If you try to push it away, what's going to happen is it'll stay there, all right? It's not going to go anywhere. So the more you push the fear away that you might be feeling in this month, it's not necessarily healthy. It's not good for you. But also what it does is just you keep postponing it, all right? You keep pushing it, and it's just going to move to the future, you know? So I just want I want to encourage you to calm down, all right? See your fear for what it is, all right? And then we're gonna move also a little bit. I see also a little bit with the 3 of Spades here. Let's talk about it also. So when we talk about this card, the 3 of Hearts, we are looking at strengthening the mind. See, now we talk about this of the Cups, the anxiety, a little bit of worry at the beginning. So what this is calling for you in June is to strengthen your mind, all right? Seeing beyond the illusion of duality, seeing beyond your own desires, all right? And again, it's not a necessity to deny the desires. It's just understanding whether that desire is actually good for you or not. All right. Whether that desire is purposeful and it brings you good, or it's just sort of enchantment, if you will, illusion, things that you don't really need, things that you don't really, they're not really good for you. All right. So what I love about this card is that it's a card that calls you for the strengthening of the mind. It calls for you to see behind the illusion that you might be entertained with or illusion with. All right. So it definitely talks about mental growth. It also, I encourage you to read, all right, or experience moments of mindfulness, all right, where you retreat back a little bit. Because you see, what happens is when the mind's all busy, because this is a busy mind here right now. In June, there might be a lot of turmoil in your mind, if you will, all right? But the only way to strengthen the mind is to calm it down a little bit, all right? How do you do that? That's the question, right? So what you do is you acknowledge what is happening, the fear, the worry, all right? You acknowledge it slowly. You don't need to do that immediately, but you slowly take steps to acknowledging it, and understanding and acknowledging it doesn't make you more fearful, all right? It might be a little unpleasant to feel it, but that's okay, because what's going to happen is as you feel it, it will start vanishing, all right? And that's the secret of this. You feel the fear, you look at it, and it starts vanishing. Because guess what? Fear does not like to be looked up. All right, let me repeat that. Fear does not like to be looked at. All right? So if you're feeling this kind of emotion of worry, feel it, look at it. You know, this calls also for a little bit of courage, and then it will start vanishing. All right? And in this, now that we have been talking about this mood, let's move now to card number 3, which is the 4 of Pentacles. So what I love about this card is that it talks about, or it brings to us in June, new beginnings. All right? It's sort of like a new endeavor. It brings security. It brings confidence. So what I'm seeing so far in the month of June for you guys, and again, this is a collective, this is for the month of June, is that at the beginning of the month, there will be worry. And not just at the beginning, there will be a mix of worry, okay, that is calling to strengthen your mind, which will bring confidence. So this is what I love about this card. It's a card of legacy, if you will, okay? It's also a card where you can settle a little bit and enjoy the moment. Remember how I was talking actually here a little bit of mindfulness and staying present? This is the card. Look at the guy. If you look at the imagery, which I love, he's just literally sitting there. He's not doing anything. If you look at it, he's just holding his pentacles. Kind of funny, one in his head, one couple in his feet. But he's just sitting. He's not doing anything else. So this is kind of the purpose of all this that we're looking at, all right? Is to bring that sense of contentment to you, all right? Bring that sense of confidence, if you will, all right? And kind of resting assured, all right? So I see the worry, I see the mental strengthening, but I also see the confidence coming in, all right? And then when we move to the 6 of Swords, so let's talk about it. So I'm sorry, I called it the 6 of Swords. It's actually the 6 of Wands, all right? So this depicts victory, all right? Look at the guy. It's almost like this parade in some medieval times, right? Where he is coming. When you think or see of those movies, right, where they have kind of the king or the warriors coming back to town after having won the war, this is what you see, right? They're coming through the middle of the town. People are parading them. They're coming victorious. Look at, he has a wreath on his head. He has another one holding his rod. So this is a card of victory, okay? So I love this as the end of this month. Not the end of the month, but kind of the theme of the month for you, all right? Because it talks about there's a little bit of a struggle at the beginning, right? Or there will be struggle in June, a little bit of worry, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of dread, if you will. But this is calling for a strengthening of the mind. If you don't experience these, you cannot experience that strengthening of the mind, all right? So this is a very important thing. Think about it as going to the gym, right? If you don't pull those heavy weights, right, then the muscle doesn't get strengthened, right? The muscle keeps weak. If you have that resistance, if you have those Yeah, resistance, that's what keeps building the muscle. The same thing here is that worry, a little bit of fear, a little bit of dread that causes the mind to be strengthened, that calls you to like get out of here, contemplate, do your mindfulness, take a breathing, go to the beach, go to the field, go to the farm, go to the mountains, take a walk. That moment when you sort of pull from this, and by strengthening the mind, we start feeling the contentment, and here's the victory. All right. This is a very good card because I see in June also maybe time for new beginnings, because this is usually a card of new beginnings, especially of promotion, of appreciation. So there will be something or someone who will be appreciating you in the month of June, which I love this for you guys. All right. So again, this is month of June for those who chose the first pile of the green glass. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking this video and also subscribing to my channel. I love doing these videos for you guys, and I hope to see you in the next ones. Hello everyone, and today we're doing the second pile for the month of June for those of you who selected this beautiful yellow crystal. Again, sorry, it's not a crystal, it's a beach glass, which I love. I love these things. They're so gorgeous. And they're so nice to touch, right? They're so soft and smooth. So this is the yellow for those of you who chose the yellow glass. So let's take a look at what we have for you guys for the month of June. This is the first card, which is the Seven of Pentacles. Here we have the Fourth of Spades. Then, oh my God, then we have the Ace of Wands. This is nice. This is action. And, oh, wonderful. We have the Ninth of Cups. I love that card. That's one of my favorites, by the way. So let's take a look at this for you guys in June. Those who chose the second pile, the yellow amber glass crystal. So let's begin with the Seventh of Pentacles, right? So the Seven of Pentacles, this is a card that has to do with materiality, all right? They almost look like coins, right? So this is a card that has to do with income, with success, with financial gains. So I'm very happy if you guys chose the second, the yellow crystal, the yellow glass. This is a very nice beginning, or a nice part of the month of June would be this kind of materiality, if you will, income, financial success, success in business. It means gains. It means financial breakthrough. It means also an end to shortcomings, especially when it comes to finances. Because again, remember, this is a card of Pentacles, card of materiality. Swords are about thinking. This is a very balanced card. Throw for you, by the way, guys. You have all the suits. I love this when this happens, because you have Pentacles, materiality. You have Spades, which are thought, the mind, concept of thinking. Then you have the Wand, which is the process of action, it's activities, movement, right? And then you have the Cups, which is actually emotions and your inner world. So you have the mix of everything. So it's somewhat kind of balanced. Well, as we move along, we'll talk more about each card, right? But right now, focusing on the first card of this month of June for you guys, it implies income. It implies financial success. It implies rewards, all right? See how the guy's just standing there looking at his rewards, right? It's almost like the pentacles or the coins are the fruits that he's receiving. So you have worked hard in the past. I feel like that's been work, and I feel you're finally getting some financial reprieve, right? So I love this for you guys. Now, the Fourth of Spades, or the Fourth of Swords. So this is what I get from the Fourth of Swords for you guys this month. I see a lot of thinking. But not thinking in terms of a busy mind. The Fourth of Swords has to do with contemplating, with sort of measuring up pros and cons, looking at things that is analyzing. It really is analyzing. It's a card of analyzation. It's not a card of overthinking. You might overthink sometimes, so be watchful of that, just because that's the nature of the mind. Once we start thinking, it just kind of loves to roll on a roll. So try to do your analysis, do your analysis, do your measurement, your statistics, measure your pros and your cons, and then you can, make the decision, which, by the way, comes here with the Ace of Wands. Remember when I said this is a card of action, all right? So I see there will be in the month of June a lot of thinking that will call then a lot of action from you. And usually when the Ace of Wands is present, it's almost like things are given or offered to you. Look at the hand, all right? In many books of tarot, they call this the hand of God, or can also be the hand of grace, all right? This implies things that are given to you, not so much things that you have been looking for, as much as things that are freely offered to you. This could imply good karma, right? That means you have good karma and things are given to you. So I love when this card shows up for somebody because it gives me that sense of benefit, of beneficial things happening to them, all right? So we have so far activity, measuring, thinking, contemplating, and financial success. And what I love about this is that all these three cards weave really well into this one, which is the Ninth of Cups. The Ninth of Cups has to do literally with satisfaction. This is the name of this card, if you will. This is the card of represents that where people is fulfilled, where people is satisfied, people receive well-being, all right? If you look at the card, let me show again the imagery. You may have seen this in other videos of mine. Look how I love this guy because he's just sitting there, you know, open legs, crossed arms, kind of happy, not doing anything, not thinking, not acting, not working, not studying, just laying, just sitting there, just happily sitting. It's like a Buddha, right? If you have those images of the, you know, the Buddha with the belly, right? The happy Buddha, it's just like a sense of comfort, right? It doesn't have, you know, a sense of worry. It doesn't have a sense of urgency. It's just sitting there, standing there, or sitting there and staying there. So this is what I love for the month of June for you guys, that it has all these 4 activities, right? Of thinking, acting, enjoyment, and financial or material gain. So this is the month of June for those of you guys who chose the yellow glass. I'm very happy you did. If you did, congratulations. And now I'm going to go to card pile number 3. Hello, everyone. Welcome to your third pile. If you chose pile number 3 with the blue cerulean glass, remember? I love it. Look at how beautiful it is, gosh. Look at this shine. So this is the reading for June for you, all right? So this is a collective reading for all of you who chose the blue glass. And let's take a look now. Let's bounce up. And this is the card for you guys. So first we have the love, or the world. Beautiful card. Then we have the 4th of Wands. Then we have the Page of Pentacles and Strength. So nice. We have 2 major arcana cards here, the World and the Strength. For those of you who don't know, the tarot is divided into major and minor arcana. The major arcana are the cards that have no numbers, don't have a suit either. And the minor arcana are the ones that have a number and a suit. Pentacles or wands in this case, right? So let's get started for you guys who chose pile number 2 with the blue glass, all right? Let me bring you here a little closer. I'm loving already this reading for you guys on the blue glass because we're beginning the reading with the world. The world is basically a card of success, all right? It indicates that all things in the world are possible. So this talks about the possibilities for you, of the possibilities that are open for you, the potentiality, if you will, of the month of June for you. All the things that are open, all the things that could be meaning success for you, because this is also a card of success. Whenever you see a wreath in the tarot, it's a sign of success. I just had it in the other group, the yellow glass, where they had wands with a wreath. All right. And that's usually a sign of victory. So whatever is that you guys going to be going through in the month of June, I already have the card of victory, the card of success, which is a lovely, lovely card to have, all right? It also means you're being at the center of things, all right? So it means you're being looked at, you're being recognized. So whatever it is that you've been doing the last month or the last few months or weeks, all right, there's a sense of recognition that is coming to you in the month of June. So I love this card for you guys. Then we have the Fourth of Pentacles. So let's take a look at that. So before I just said Four of Pentacles, I just realized that this is the Fourth of Wands, all right? And look at the connection here. I feel like the month of June for you guys is asking you to be centered, all right? Because this, remember I said this has to do with centering, being the center, being recognized. This one is also talking about center, all right? See people in the center here, but also calls for a spiritual centering, not so much an outward center. You know, when you're out in the world, you're the center of attention of things. This calls for you to be centering, all right? And that it has, if it hasn't occurred for you, this is a call for you to actually bring yourself to your center. Again, a little bit of mindfulness, a little bit of meditation, deep breathing, sleeping well, all right? These are factors that help you become or come to that center of your heart, all right? This is very important for you guys who chose this blue glass, all right? No wonder also blue is the color, you know, of spirituality. Blue and violet. Those are typically the colors. They call this blue the color of consciousness, all right? And usually the purple, violet colors are the colors of transmutation, all right? So we have the blue for you. It also calls, you know, since you already center or you already are trying to achieve centering in this month of June, at the same time, don't forget to celebrate. I'm sorry. Don't forget to celebrate yourself. See this couple here sort of joyfully raising the fruits, raising the flowers. You know, they have a cornucopia here, not a cornucopia, but a sort of a roof or ceiling of leaves and flowers and fruits. All right. So this is calling also for not only well-being, because this is a card of well-being, but it's calling for you to celebrate yourself. All right. And recognize the achievements you will have this month. Okay. This is a month also where you probably will be reviewing your blessings. So that's a good thing to do. Right. And it's a good energy. So I feel the month of June, guys, it's really a wonderful month. You know, we'll learn more as we go through these other two cards, but I can tell already this is a beautiful month for you guys, the collective that choose the blue crystal or the blue glass. So let's talk about the Page of Pentacles, shall we? The Page of Pentacles brings about a childlike energy to the month, okay? A little bit of mischievousness, if you will, a little bit of humor, of playfulness. So I love this for the month of June, since we're already, you know, beginning summer. And you kind of want to have those qualities, right, during the summer. So I feel like, you know, there's celebration, there's success, and there's this childlike approach to life, this childlike positive optimism, looking forward to things, right? And they also observe, because I love to see how this person is looking at the pentacle. So there's also, while you're enjoying all these things, there's also a part of you that is observing the world, that is observing what's going on around you. Okay, so this is very important. And if you are not observing, then this is a call for you to start observing, start looking at the things around you and the things that are going on within you as well. Remember, as within, as without. All right, so same thing, as above, so below. So as it is outside, so it is inside. So if you're looking at the outside, remember to look at yourself also, look at the inside. But I love it because this is not a serious look. We have other cards that may imply more seriousness, if you will, like the Hermit. That card implies more of a, you know, serious contemplation, a serious analysis of your soul. This is more of a playful, childlike, full of humor and laughter kind of looking at things. So don't forget, this is also called, if you're not having fun, if you're not having humor in your life, please incorporate it, because this is the month where you really can literally use it and exploit it and bring it to benefit, not only to yourself, remember, because what I'm all about is bringing the benefit to yourself so you can bring the benefit to others as well. Remember, you know, the world is nothing if we are just about ourselves. We have to bring others into our world. We have to help them whenever, they're not feeling well, whenever they're not up to par. It's our role also to offer support. And if we cannot give the support, at least give the listening ear or bring the space just so they can, bring their worries or their concerns. So we open and we hold the space for them. All right. So far I'm loving this month of June for you guys. And lastly, we have this beautiful card, which is almost needs no introduction. This is the card of strength, right? So this card, it's all about strength, of course, right? And self-esteem, right? And believing in yourself, all right? This is such a beautiful card to end the month of June as we read the whole thing of the 4 cards for you guys. Note, by the way, I don't do the whole spread of 1,000 cards like I've seen so many other people do. And they keep adding cards and throwing cards just for, as I see it anyways, just to entertain people, but not really give value. They make longer videos, but they don't really, I don't know. I see them and I don't find that much value. I'd rather have simple spreads that give you value, that give you meaning, that things you can work with and things you can understand and help yourself with, right? And this is such a card. This is a card of strength. Look at, I just want to bring your attention here to the infinity symbol over her head, right? It's flowing over her head. Let me just show it here. You see it, right? The infinity symbol right over her head. What does that mean? It means infinite potential, right? That the strength is infinite, all right? That you shouldn't have shortcomings. You shouldn't be feeling you have any shortcomings. If you feel like that during this month of June, I will call and invite you to revise your thinking, revise your history, or revise your story about yourself, because we all have strength. This is a card of strength, all right? And if you look at it, what I love about this card, and again, look at the imagery, strength is not portrayed like we typically think about it, almost like this macho thing, going to the gym and and you gain mass and you bulk up and you're like, super strong, and think of those wrestlers and whatever not, right? And that's a strength. No, look at it. First of all, it's a female, right? And look how she's taming the lion, all right? The lion in alchemy, by the way, has to do with the soul, all right? So the traveling soul, and it's the red lion. If you look at it, it looks orange, but you see here takes some bits of red. Depends on the prints, who makes the prints. Some are redder than other, but in reality, it's a red lion. And it's the strength is taming the soul, taming the lower qualities of the soul, and see the sweetness that the lion is looking at her, right? And also the sweetness that she is giving to him. So that is the secret of the strength. The strength is not marching forward and screaming and yelling and beating people up. That's not strength. That's nothing, Real strength comes with compassion, all right? So this is a month that is, if you have experience in that, all right, great. If not, then this whole month of June is for you, a call for you to celebrate yourself, to look at yourself at the center and stop putting other people at the center of your life, making yourself the center of your universe, all right? And let the people be around you, but don't let others be the center. It calls for celebrating yourself, to affirm yourself, to love yourself. It brings also contemplation. So you contemplate and humorlessly, all right? You don't do it hardly, you don't do it harshly, you do it with humor, with sweetness, with love. This is what I love about this card. And throughout this, all these events and all these movements, your inner movements, comes also the strength. It calls for strength. And again, a strength is a strength of soul. It's not a strength of muscle, all right? It's not a strength of moving, pushing things forward. Oh my God, I'm pushing. No, that's not it. It's recognizing your value, celebrating your value, and observing your value. This is what the month of June is for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, I encourage you, please, to think about liking and subscribing this video. Also, please leave a comment if you have any question or you found this reading of value to you. Please let me know and let others know. And I thank you. I love doing these videos for you guys, and I'll see you on the next round.